God
Yes.
is allowing this so that we can get stronger. It ain't because of what we've done. He wants us to connect with Him. Well, as I stated, I'm a pastor's wife, and we've been here in Florida for 16 years, and he's been a pastor for 11 years at First Union Missionary Baptist Church. I'm a stay-at-home wife. I have 8 grandkids, one great grandbaby, and I do volunteer. I have prayer conversations with a couple of ladies at our church and meeting dates. And I also help some of the seniors at their house clean up because I don't work. Well, I do work. I take care of my grandbabies.
What are some other changes that you all have had to make in light of this virus?
Well, we really can't go out, so it's changed where I can't go out for like our prayer groups or our church functions. So we've been having service online and Bible class online, and it's different, but I have to get myself up to get myself dressed in order to feel like I'm going to praise and worship.
Oh, that is
So,
wonderful. So you get dressed each Sunday?
yes, yes.
That is a
So,
great idea. Now, Lady Carmen, how has it been challenging? Has it been challenging as you're sheltering in at home?
not really, because I still get my word in. I make time for that. Morning times is my time to get it in.
Yeah.
And as far as me going out, that's not a problem because I really don't go out. But just seeing the people around, I still contact them, make sure they're okay. If they need anything, I'm there. So it's not been a really, um, real hardship on that because I'm able to contact them.
Oh, that's excellent. Now, Lady Carla, since we're sheltering in now, some people have brought their parents into their homes, or some people have brought their adult children into their home. Have you brought anyone into your home, or do you still have the same family members in the home?
I still have the same members. It's just me and my husband, my
Yeah,
daughter, and her 3 girls.
yes.
So my mother-in-law passed a year ago. So she used to stay with us ever since her husband died, 2009. She was staying with us, and I was her caregiver.
Yes.
So she's gone. So it's just me, my daughter, my husband, and her 3 girls. While she's trying to go to school for nursing, I take care of the girls to keep her out of their way so she can study. So I'm like,
Yes.
it's been good.
Yes.
I
Good.
have
Well,
no complaints. It's a
yes.
blessing that we're here. We're not sick. We're healthy.
That's
So I
right.
thank God for that.
Yes. Well, congratulations to your daughter. And now
Yeah.
we're sheltering in. Have you found that your relationships with the people that you're living with, has it changed? Have you all gotten closer? Have you, with my husband and I being here together so much, I found that we've reconnected, that we're watching movies together, that we're enjoying ourselves more together. Have you noticed any change?
So it really hasn't been too much changing. My daughter, she's coming out of her room a lot more to spend
Yes.
time with us, sitting on the porch and we sit up and talk or whatever. So we're bonding more because she used to just be in her bedroom all the time.
Yeah.
But now she's coming out.
Excellent. Now, is she able to go to school? She's still going to classes online?
Yes, ma'am. She's online. And so she's doing that. And as I say, I try to keep the girls out because her trying to do all this medical stuff and they running back and forth. And then we got 2 puppies. So they barking back
Oh,
and forth. So I got to keep them out so it can be
yes.
quiet when she's online with her teachers.
Right.
So, but
Well, what are
it's
the
been
names of your puppies?
my husband's puppy his name is Beagle. He's a full Beagle. I said,
Oh,
why you name him
wow.
Beagle? Because I could. And I
Yes.
have yes, and I have a Chihuahua Shih Tzu. Her name is Cappuccina.
Oh, I love it. I love both of the names. They're perfect.
Yes, so those
Um,
are our companions.
yes. Now, Lady Carla, during this time, how are you staying connected with your church family members? You mentioned that you all are having your worship service on Facebook. And what are other ways you're connecting with your church family?
I call them and then we send the cards out to let them know that they're checking to see if they're doing good, or we emailing them. Those that have emails, my husband sent out a global email to check on everybody. And then I'm the one be calling to see how everybody's doing, because I have the ministers' wives. I check on them to see
Yes.
how they're doing, and then the deaconess, they call me to see if I need anything,
Yes.
or if I need just a prayer. So they're out there. So it
Oh,
hasn't affected. They
wonderful.
still do it.
Wonderful, wonderful. And for you personally, Lady Carla, how are you able to focus on your faith during these trying times?
I, like I said, I have my time alone, where I go in my room or in my bathroom. That's my quiet time, and I go pray, and that's how I focus. Where all the kids are not around, I close my door and tell them I need my time for men, and
Yeah.
so that's how I focus on it. And I do my devotion and read and pray, and just ask God to give us the strength to get through this, because it is going to
Yes.
be the end. The time is coming. God is
Yes.
allowing this so that we can get stronger. It ain't because of what we've done. He wants us to connect with Him.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, indeed. Now let's talk about you for a minute personally. Important for us to look out for ourselves, especially as women, because we care for our husband, we care for our children, we care for extended family members, church members. How are you caring for yourself during this time?
I don't, that's a hard question, because I'm always looking out for them, make sure
Yes,
they got everything they need. And when I do look out for myself, my domain is when I go in my jacuzzi and just relax.
yes.
That's my care right there. It's just sometimes I just need to relax, and I wait until everybody go to bed and I go in my jacuzzi and I just soak and just
Oh,
relax.
yes. That's some great me time. That is some great me
Yes,
time. And
yes.
now, during this time, as we're sheltering in, um, what do you miss about everyday life?
Just being able to get out and not have to worry about anything. And which I really don't worry about anything, but I just being able to, do what I usually do without have
Yes,
to be all cautious about anything.
yes.
My ex daughter-in-law had it.
Okay, how's she
And
do?
she's doing good. Her and her husband had it, and she had two kids, and her kids had to stay upstairs for 3 weeks.
Okay,
And in order for them to come down, they had their Lysol going down the steps in the house in order not to get infected. Then they had to wear their mask inside. So,
yeah,
but my granddaughter said that they're doing good now.
good, good. That's good to
So
hear.
I just told her I put it in God's hand and I started praying.
That's
So,
right. You are so
and I said,
right.
yeah.
And
So, but she
so,
said they're doing good.
good. And Lady Carla, once this season is over in our lives, what are things that you look forward to doing after it's all over?
I look at it as I see so much going on. I want to get with our young girls. I want to get back to our my prayer groups with the ladies, and our, because we have special luncheons. Me and one of the ministers' wives. I want to get back with that, and be able to get out and put the word out that tomorrow's not promised to us.
Yes.
So we got to take this day by day as though tomorrow is going to be our last. So we can't just be just going around just doing whatever we want to do. We got to put God in our lives and know that He is head of our lives.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And so, how do you feel like you've grown spiritually over this last month or so?
It has got me well to be reading the word more often. We just finished 40 days into the word for Lenten season, and
Yes.
so the pastor had us to do I think it's like about 400 questions we had to look in the Bible. So you had so many, like I think it's like 5 questions a day that you had to look up, and it had you looking too. So you just can't look in there and say, "Oh, there it is," because you had to get the scripture and what it says right. So that
Yeah.
has you really searching. And plus, I got a devotional book that I read from that is giving me strength because sometimes I get weak and I get because I don't go around a lot of people. I get lonely and I gotta go to the word, so I
Yeah.
don't feel that way. So it has made me a lot stronger. Just read my Bible every day and praying.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what is one scripture, one of your favorite scriptures, or one scripture in particular that you've gone through during this time, that you've gone to?
Psalms 139, verse 23 and 24 is telling you if asking him that lead me into the righteous because whatever is in my heart, if I have done anything, I want him to cleanse me from whatever I have done and renew me. That's what I'm asking him to do for me. So that's one of my favorite scriptures is Psalms 139, verse 23 and 24.
Wonderful. Now, is there something special you've done while you've been sheltered in, something special in the house? For example, on yesterday was my sister's birthday, and
Okay.
her daughter asked all of us to get on a Zoom call. The way you and I are on a Zoom call now, she asked
Mhm.
all of us to get on a Zoom call and everybody to have a cupcake, and we ate cupcakes and said happy birthday.
Wow.
So what have you done with your church? And I know you've mentioned some special things that you've already done, going out to see the beautiful seniors and take care of them, and calling and seeing about others. Is there something else special you wanted to share with us that you've done creatively since we can't get out of the house?
Well, I usually make centerpieces
Yeah,
for the ladies, like senior citizens on Mother's Day,
yeah,
and I'll make up cards just to make them happy. But I
yeah,
haven't done any centerpieces lately. But usually, if there's a birthday, anniversary, I'll make a table centerpiece for that person. And just Friday is my husband's birthday, so therefore I've been giving him a gift every day. Starting, I started Monday, so I give him a gift every day up until Friday,
yeah,
and just to let him know I love him. So,
yes.
and men don't accept that very well. He's like, "What's this for?" So
That's
I've been
true.
giving him a card and a gift, just something small, nothing big,
Yeah.
something that he liked, and just
Well,
to let him know I love him.
well, happy birthday to Pastor Garman. And that's
Yeah.
nice. That now you're giving me great ideas. Oh, that is really special. Thank you for sharing that with me. And Lady Carla, as you've looked back on your life, have there been any historical things that have happened, and God brought you through that, and so and helps you to know that we can get through this? Can you share a little about that with me?
Well, I had a hysterectomy years ago, and I almost died from it because I had a big cyst in my stomach, and I had so much pain. And my husband took me to my doctor, and he told me, he said, "You need to get her to the doctor right then and there." And they said if I wouldn't have went, I wouldn't have been here today. And from that time on, I looked at it, I said, that wasn't none but God, you
Yeah,
know, getting me closer with him and saying that I'm trusting in him and believing in him. And that brought me closer to him. And I know God is a powerful God. And
yes,
when I pray, it may not be today that he answers me, but
yeah,
I know he's going to answer me. So I
yeah,
believe in the power of prayer. I believe in the power of healing. So I thank God for that, for putting it in my heart just to believe it and to share with others how his power works.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you so much for talking to me today and inspiring all of us today. And before we leave, are there a few words that you would like to share with us to encourage others?
I'm not a big talker, but yes, I would just encourage everybody to continue to trust in God. Know that he is first in your life and only in your life, because if you put him first, you don't have to worry about anything, because God is God. He is an all-knowing person, and trust and believe that he will do just what he say. This is only a time, just for a time, because it's going to be over pretty soon, but it's just for a time. He wants us to get closer to him through these times.